again. And before we jump into the video, fun facts about me. Ich spreche Deutsch. Und seit 2013 wohne ich in Österreich. Und ja, ich rede Deutsch und jeder fragt, weil ich dunkelhäutig bin, die Leute fragen mich immer zuerst, redest du Deutsch? Ja, ich spreche Deutsch. Und nein, ich rede kein Afrikanisch, weil das gibt es ja nicht. Ndinotaura Shona ndo rurimi rwamai nokuti ndinobva kuZimbabwe, so yeah, ndinotaura Shona. Vamwe vanotaura Ndebele yacho ndinobata apo nepapo. So anyway, back to the video. Today's wine, Fischer. It's an Austrian wine. This is a limited Merlot. It's made here in Austria, and I thought I would try this one. This is from 2015. Can you see that? I hope. Anyway, this is from 2015, and I'm really hoping it's good, since it's been swirling in there for 5 years. So let's see. So when I was speaking in German, I was saying I've lived in Austria since 2013 or 14, 13 I think, and I speak German, and my mother language is Shona, and I come from Zimbabwe, so welcome. Anyway, let's have a taste. I don't know why, but I'm not sure if this is for me, but it tastes good. It's okay. I wouldn't put it in the I wouldn't drink it section. So here it says passt ausgezeichnet zur Steak und Fondue. That means it's good with steak and fondue. So you're making steak today, get a Fischer limited Merlot. It's now that it's been in the mouth for a little while. It's okay. It's good. It's good. So today's topic: self-care. I love to talk about how you can upgrade yourself a little bit to that person that you like. So today we're talking about self-care, and I grew up in a society where self-care is a luxury. By this I mean you really don't find a lot of people who focus on self-care in matter of mentally, spiritually. Yes, physically people take care of themselves, but mentally it's still a thing. People don't really understand mental health, or they do, but they don't want to talk about it. I grew up in Zimbabwe, and mostly, now that I live here, those things where like depression, depression in Zimbabwe, people used to say it's like, you're just kuzviitisa in Shona, like you're just making it up. It's not a thing where you could sit down and talk to someone and say, you know what, I'm depressed, I don't feel too good. People just say, you're wasting time, you just like to complain, or things like that, So growing up in society, you don't really talk about stuff. like important stuff. Let me tell you something. In Zimbabwe, because I can't talk about other countries, but in Zimbabwe, sitting down and talking about your feelings, it wasn't an everyday thing. Or parents don't really sit down, in the movies we always see, it's time to have the talk with the kids, they're now at a certain age, in their teen years, and it's time to talk about sex and this and that. I'm sorry to tell you that in Zimbabwe, I have never met someone who said, my mom or my dad sat me down and said, let's talk about sex. Because, like I said, in our society, this is like a taboo subject. So, anyway, back to self-care. Taking care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, it's really important, because it makes you a functioning member of society, it makes you whole, because when you deal with all those things, you are spiritually leveled, you're physically fit, you are just your spirit, your physicality, everything is just going in one straight direction, and they're syncing together, and it just makes you feel whole and you. So I wrote here 10 steps to make you try and take care of yourself, because it's one of the hardest things. People just think taking care of yourself means physically, have I showered today, have I combed my hair, have I done this and that. No, but it's actually being able to be mentally, physically and spiritually taken care of, that you can reach that goal that you want. So let me take a sip and then we go to number 1. So number 1, do not be afraid to speak your mind. A lot of times we are afraid how someone is going to react if you tell them the truth, or rather if you tell people how you really feel. We have that kind of we hold ourselves back. We think maybe this is unkind, or I want to keep this friend, so I just keep on lying to her, which is not good. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for anyone, because at some point these feelings build up, anger, resentment, these things you don't talk about. At one point you're just going to break, and no one needs that. So do not be afraid to speak your truth, tell people how you feel, there and then. There are people who wait a week, 2 weeks, and then they speak their mind, but I find it good or better to speak the truth right there. When something happens, speak there, now. Because as a person, I want to know if I did you wrong, or if my comment was insensitive, or anything. Just tell me the truth. I want to know now, not later, or just someone starts giving you like a cold shoulder, and then you wonder, what did I do wrong? So don't be afraid to speak your truth, to tell the people how you feel. That's step number 1. Step number 2. Sorry, I had to check what my daughter's doing. be more aware of yourself. Be more aware of yourself. I mean, be aware of your feelings, your mood changes, how you think, how you react to certain situations, you know, because by becoming more aware of this, you know how to. Let me give you an example. So you're fighting with someone, you know, not physically, but with words. You are having a fight with someone with words, and then something just slips out, you know, something you didn't mean, but this is really hurtful, and you regret it the second you say it. But if you become aware of your thoughts or your mind before you say anything, you know, you filter yourself to say, is this really necessary? Do I really need to say this? Because some things, you know, especially in a fight, they just come out and you don't mean it, but in that moment you're just too angry to control yourself. But just take a second, 3 seconds, breathe, and then say what you need to say. I'm not saying lie to the person, but I'm just saying be aware of your reactions to other people, to other people's comments, opinions, whatever it is, and be aware of, you know, how you think, do you really want to do this with this person? The moment you realize that, you move forward. So, number 3, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself can mean a lot of things for a lot of people, but in this instance, I mean, go and take a look at yourself in the mirror today. Just stand there, you know, and don't focus on the, you know, imperfections. Just look at the things you like about your body, about your face, about your hair, anything, you know, and focus on that. Because a lot of times, especially in this media world, everything is broadcasted, everything is filtered, everything is just photoshopped, it's airbrushed, it's so perfect, and then you look at yourself in the mirror and you see stretch marks, a belly, this and that, you know, you start to focus on the wrong things. We know that most of these celebrities are photoshopped and airbrushed and this and that, but you know, that insecurity that is within us makes you think, you know, you're not good enough. So just focus on the, not perfect, no one is perfect, but focus on the good things, you know, the things you love about your body, you love something, I tell you, just focus on the good, and you know, you feel better. Number 4, eat clean and healthy. I say that and I'm drinking alcohol. Anyway, this is not an easy step. You know why I'm saying this? Because a lot of us have cravings for chocolate and sweet stuff and alcohol. So, but you know, make it a lifestyle to just be conscious of what you're eating, because when you eat good, your body feels good, you are not so sick anymore, or you know, you can just lead a better, healthy life if you eat healthy and clean. It's not easy, and you know what, I try my best, but it's not always you know, I don't always win. So anyway, Eat clean and stay healthy. Number 5, be open to change. There are certain people you meet every day in life who are just stuck in their old ways, and then you wonder, this person, it's 2020, be that person who is open to change, open to new information, open to new settings. You can't just be a person who thinks straight, like in a tunnel. We are not living in a tunnel. The world is broad, so be open to change. And with that, being accepting, because if you are open to change, it means you are more accepting to other things that you're not that you didn't know before, or that you're not comfortable with. But you know what, with this accepting change, you become a more open person, and that's good for you. Because if you're not open to change, you always hate. I hate this, I hate that, I don't like this, I don't like that. You're just complaining. So we want people who are open to change. Be that person, become that person today. Number 6, inputs. We are constantly feeding our brains, with social media, imagery, opinions of people, and people will always talk whether you do bad or good. So what you want to do in this situation is to be able to feed yourself with things that encourage you, things that make you happy, things that make you feel confident, which make you feel content at the end of the day. Because if you just focus on, this one has a flat tummy, and I just had a baby and this looks like this, that's going to just bring you down and make your day bad, and we don't like that. The world is crazy enough already. You don't need to bring yourself down and feel less than just because, just because this person looks like this, or this person drank that wine. It's expensive bottle for, I don't know, 60-70 euros, and I'm drinking this for 8 euros. It doesn't bother me, because at the end of the day, if we all drink that bottle of wine, we are all drunk, and God bless. So number 7, do not spend your time with people who do not understand what your experience has been like. You know what I mean? Okay, I live in a small town in Austria, and I am probably one of 3 black people who live here. So at the beginning, it was really stressful. People ask you questions which are okay, maybe to them, they're really asking because they want to know, curiosity. But to me, sometimes it feels like, are you serious? Did you really just say that? But some people just ask stupid questions. Like, so, okay. For example, hi, where do you come from? Zimbabwe. And, oh, did you come by boat? No. Zimbabwe is a landlocked country. You can't come here by boat. Oh, so you flew? Yes. With an airplane? Yes. What? You think I rode a bed here? No. So my point is, if someone keeps on asking you these questions, and at the end of the day you realize they already have their own answers in their head, and what you're saying is not enough for them, let it go. Because the more you try to explain this this is not what I meant, or this is not how I do things, or this and that, you're using your energy. And you know, some people are just energy vampires. They will take and take from you until you can't anymore. So anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, okay, not uncomfortable, but some things that you just realize, this is wasting my time, move on, get away from there. It's not worth your time. Anyway, number 8, seek counseling. Like I said before, I grew up in a culture where problems are swept under the rug, or rather they'll say pray about it, but this doesn't always work. And you realize sometimes you can't always talk to your parents, your siblings. You need to talk to a stranger who doesn't know you, so that you know they have a clear opinion on what the problem is or how you should go about it. So be strong enough to seek counseling if you need it. It's not a weak thing to talk to a therapist if you're not feeling okay, if you think you know, I'm depressed, something is not good, it's not going good in my mind. Just seek counseling, and that will help you, and you know, you feel better at the end of the day, no matter what anyone else says. Therapy is a lifesaver, I tell you. Anyway, number 9, value yourself. Learn to be that person. You know, sometimes people might say, oh, you have really high standards. Say yes, because I know what I want. You know, when you know what you want in life, that's your value. You know, you can't just say, oh, that person said I have too high standards, maybe I should lower it a bit. No, don't do that. You know what you want, you know yourself, you know who you are, and don't let other people's opinions degrade yours or whatever. Just be sure you are worthy of love, of good things, of a fantastic life. So come to that point where you value yourself enough to say, this is what I want. If you can't accept it, then there's the door. You can go. I don't care. So, last but not least, I always say this, and I say this because it helps. Journaling. Write it down, because you know the good thing about journaling is you can write your frustrations, you can shout at somebody, and you know they don't get hurt, you don't hurt anyone's feelings. You're just writing it down, and that thing will clear your air, yourself. If you just write that anger down, you know, it goes away. You are able to free yourself from rage, from anything that was bothering you. So start journaling, because this is an incredible thing. You write anything you want, your dreams, your failures, your success, how you want to be in 5 years, you know. And this is a good thing, because you can always come back to it and say, you know, this is what I wrote when I started, and this is now where I am. So, you know, follow these steps if you'd like, and tell me if it helps you. Write in the comments below, and like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next week, where we will have another wine. We will see. So, and it's most probably red. but I'll try and the problem is I don't know any white wines which I would say I would like, but I will go shopping maybe tomorrow or next week before I make a video, and I'll get you guys maybe a rosé, because I like rosé sometimes, and a white wine. So please don't just think, you know, I'm doing this for the red wine lovers. I also want to, you know, broaden my horizons and be able to taste other things. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you. Bye.